Good morning, sir.
Good morning everyone. So today I want to start riverboat problems. Riverboat problems or swimmer river swimmer problems. Let us say river velocity is velocity of river VR towards right, and a person wants to move from point A to point B on the river along the line shown. Along this line, person wants to move. This may be at an angle theta with the flow of river. Velocity of river, with that it makes an angle theta. So what do you think will be the, and also given information is velocity of boat in still water. We can also say velocity of boat with respect to river. Given velocity of boat in
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Hello, sir.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir, we are not able to hear your voice for some time, sir. That's why I have stopped your screen sharing so that you will
okay,
recognize.
good. Okay, no problem. I will start again. So river boat problems I wanted to take.
Sir, no, sir, not from that, sir. Given velocity of boat from that only, sir.
From that only. Okay, then I did not say much after that. Given velocity
Okay.
of boat in still water is that whatever that velocity is, that will always be equal to velocity of boat with respect to river. Why it will be with respect to river? Because in the frame of river, velocity, the water will become still. Still means stationary. If we are also moving with the river water with VR speed in downward direction, then with respect to us, the water stream will appear stationary or not? Land will appear to be
Yes,
moving
sir, yes.
backwards. Land appears to be moving backwards, but water will appear stationary. So when they say that velocity of boat in still water is something, maybe 5 meters per second or whatever they have given, that velocity actually means velocity of boat with respect to river is given to us. Understand this thing first. It means indirectly what they have given, velocity of boat with respect to river. That velocity of boat with respect to river will be independent of the direction. In all the directions, it will be same. VBR will be independent of direction in which boat is moving. Why is it independent of direction? Because with respect to stationary water, whether boat goes this side, this side, this side, that side, inside, speed will be same only. It is understood, I think, because water is stationary. And now you may say that the river water is not stationary. I agree, river water is not stationary. Therefore, I am changing my frame and I'm looking at from which frame? I'm looking at it from the frame of river, so that the river water also becomes stationary. If I look from the frame of river, then the river water becomes stationary, and in that frame, the velocity of boat will be independent of direction in which boat is moving.
Yeah.
Understood? Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So this is a very useful piece of information. We will remember it. We will not get confused that some students will start thinking that VBR in upward direction will be different, VBR in downward direction will be different. No, not different. Why?
Sir, someone is asking to tell that again.
Okay, let me tell. River is going downwards. Okay, and we are going upwards. Velocity of river is VR. If we are going against the stream, then our speed of the boat will decrease or not? It will become VB minus VR. It will become less.
Yes, sir.
And if we are going downstream, it will become more. It will become VB plus VR, right or not?
Yes, sir.
But let us try to find out VBR in case 1 when it is going upstream and VBR in case 2. What is VBR in case 1? That will become velocity of boat 1 minus velocity of river in case 1. But velocity of river is same river only for both cases. So VR only. But VB is different. VB minus VR. What is the action of VB minus VR?
Yes.
What is the action of VB minus VR? Minus I cap.
Minus I.
But it becomes finally minus VB I cap plus VR I cap minus VR I cap, which is equal to, what is it?
Minus VBI cap, sir.
Minus VB. No, wait, I think I did wrong here. Some. Oh. This is velocity of boat 1 with respect to, sorry, right only. I think I was doing right. VB minus VR
You are doing it right.
minus I cap, but then minus VR1, which is equal to, I think finally after solving, it will be VB along minus I cap. Is that right?
Yes, sir. this is
VB1,
right.
VB1, VB1 minus VR. Right only. What is VB? What is VBR in second case? VBR in second case is equal to VB plus VR
Plus VR.
along I cap minus VR along I cap. What is that? VB plus VR minus VR, right?
Yes, sir.
What is it again? VB I cap?
VBI cap, sir.
That's it, sir. VBI cap.
So are we getting velocity of boat with respect to river in downward and upward direction same or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We are getting it to be same. Okay, and
Sir.
but you know why again this will be like it is feeling me, it is to feeling stupid to go through such a lengthy derivation and finally reach this conclusion, because we should understand ourselves only that while the river is moving in the frame of, let us say we are on a floating boat, then wood is also floating with same velocity as that of river. If we are on that piece, then for us the river water will appear to be stationary, and if river water appears to be stationary for us, then in our frame the water is stationary, and for stationary water, whether we go down or we go up or we go left side, right side, any side we go, in all directions the speed will be same, because water is stationary. In which frame water is stationary? Water is stationary in the frame of river. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So therefore we don't need to go through this lengthy derivation to conclude this thing, that speed will be same in all the directions in the frame of river. We should understand in still water speed will be same in all the directions. We can say like this: in still water speed is same in all directions. In still water, the speed of boat or swimmer, boat or, again here one more thing here I want to say. When we are saying speed of boat is same in all the directions, means capacity of the boat to move is same in all the directions. Now it is different thing that the person who is rowing the boat, it depends on him also. He's rowing it fast, rowing it slow. But if he wants to row it with full capacity, if he wants to move the boat with full capacity, then he will be able to move it equally in all the possible directions, because the water is still. All directions are independent. Then in all directions he will be able to move with same speed if he wants to row the boat to its maximum capacity. Similarly, if the swimmer wants to swim to his maximum capacity, then he can swim in all the directions with equal speed, right or not? If it is just a lake water which is stationary, then whether person goes this side or this side or that side, any side, he will be having same speed or not,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So means the things are very easy. Idea is the things are very easy in the frame of still water. But we can always make the frame in which the water is still. Although river water is now moving, we know that. But I can change my frame in such a way that I may be observer, and I may also start moving with river water velocity. If I move with river water velocity, then with respect to me, what will be the velocity of river then? This is the observer.
Zero.
Observer is
Zero.
moving with river water velocity. Then velocity of river with respect to observer, that is Vr minus Vo. If Vo is given as Vr, then Vr minus Vo will become 0. And if that becomes 0, then
Yes.
it means, what does it mean? It means water is stationary. Water is still or stationary with respect to observer
Other voice is not audible. Your voice is not.
with respect to such observer, it means, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you.
Yes. Again, gone, sir.
Hello, sir.
Disconnecting so many times, sir. Today it's the fourth.
Oh, distracting again. With respect to such
In
observer,
middle, your voice is also breaking.
voice is also breaking.
Sometimes in middle, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now is it okay?
Now it is okay, sir.
Now, okay.
Okay. So with respect to such observer, the speed will be same in all the possible directions. Okay. Understood?
Sir.
Right. So now let us say speed of boat or swimmer will be same in all directions. I will not take the observer every time. Instead of taking observer, I can just say that I'm looking at it from the frame of river, and I can simply say that velocity of boat with respect to river is magnitude wise constant in all possible directions. Constant in all directions. Velocity of boat with respect to river will be constant in all the directions. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, keeping this idea in mind, now if I go to the cases of river boat columns, and let us say I want to move from A to B. A point is on the ground, B point is on the ground. Then, which velocity should be in this direction? I have these two options given, VB or VBR. Which velocity should be along AB?
PBR.
Completely wrong. VB. I told you yesterday that students mess the things up when they do this thing. And you did that only today. You said displacement, this is in which frame? It is in ground frame. When we say in ground frame, then we don't write anything. We just write displacement of boat. Net displacement of boat should be from A to B. A is on the point on the ground, B is point on the ground. Then this is in the ground frame only. How can that be equal to VBR into T, you tell me? If there is a no subscript R in left hand side, then there should be no subscript in right hand side also. It should be VB into T. Which velocity should be in this direction? Velocity of boat. Because it is the displacement of boat here, not displacement of boat with respect to river. How do I know it is not displacement of boat with respect to river? Because A point is fixed with respect to ground and B point is fixed with respect to ground. These are stationary in ground frame. So the line connecting those 2 points will also be stationary in the ground frame. Or I can say this will be the displacement in the ground frame. This will be the displacement of boat. It will not be displacement of boat with respect to river. With respect to river, these points will be moving backwards. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
So keep this idea in mind that when points are stationary with respect to bank or on the river bank, then when I want to move from one point to that other point, then I have to take here VB, not VBR. But I can write VB in terms of VBR by this way, VBR plus VR, relative motion formula, into time will be equal to SB. I want to add these two to get this net VB. In the diagram, if I want to do that, then I have to take something like this. VBR plus VR, though both are taken in same order, should be giving us VB. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. In the river frame, let us say, how do you want to go into river frame? Assume there is a wooden piece which is not rowed, but it is floating only. It is already floating. Then with respect to floating wood, if it is floating with the same speed as that river, then with respect to that person, we can say we are looking at the speed of boat, then that will appear to be speed of boat, velocity of boat with respect to river. Velocity of boat with respect to person who is moving with same velocity as that of river. Velocity of boat with respect to person who is moving with same velocity as that of river. That velocity of boat with respect to that person will appear to be VBR this side. With respect to this person, it will be appearing to be backwards this way. Okay. With respect to this person, A point will be moving backwards. With respect to this person, B point will be moving backwards. This person will also see that the boat is reaching B point, but his story will be different. He will say that B point was moving backwards, the boat was also moving backwards, and B reached in position B dash, and boat also reached in that position, and finally the boat met that point B dash. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Okay. So what is the lesson? Main important, if you want to remember just one line here and not much confusion should be there, then you remember this thing. When we go from a point on the ground to a point on the ground, then we should take the velocity VB in that direction, connecting those 2 points. And if I want to go from A to B, this is second example now. If A and B are floating paper boats or floating some maybe wooden pieces, floating wooden blocks. And we want to move from A to B. Again, same question. You tell me now what velocity should be in this direction from A to B. What velocity, if I have to go from A to B, what velocity should be in this direction? Again, question is VB or VBR?
VB, sir.
VB?
Yes, sir.
You are completely lost, really. I don't know what is the problem.
VBR.
A and B are
VBR, sir.
floating wooden blocks. These are not stationary points on the ground. These are floating wooden blocks.
They are floating, no,
moving with
sir.
the river.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. They are moving,
They are moving with the river.
So
In
we
the
have to take
river frame, they are stationary. In the river frame, they are stationary. So this should be velocity of boat with respect to river in this direction now. If
Yes,
A and B were points on the ground, that was a different case. These are not points on the ground. These are moving with respect to river. We can say this A and B are stationary with respect to a river. These will be stationary with respect to river water. If these are stationary with respect to river water, then velocity of boat should not be velocity of boat here, but velocity of boat with respect to river. That should be taken along this direction, along the line joining AB. What will be the time taken to move from A to B? Time taken to move from A to B will be equal to time is equal to AB divided by VB divided by VBR. Is it okay? AB divided by VBR. That is time taken. And what was the time taken in the last case, last example? In this example, time taken will be equal to
V by VB.
AB divided by VBR plus VR mod, which is equal to AB divided by, what is VBR plus VR mod? We have to find it out. How to find it out? I think I should give some other angle also. Maybe this angle is theta. This angle should be given maybe phi. Or I can determine this angle, I think. How? By sine rule. Can I determine phi by sine rule? Yes. VR upon sine phi is equal to VBR upon sine theta. Sine phi is equal to VR sine theta divided by VBR. Is it right? Sine phi will be VR sine theta divided by VBR. If I know sine phi and VBR, means why I'm trying to determine everything in terms of VBR. Usually this is the case. Usually they give VBR value. Usually they give the velocity of boat in the still water. So usually they give the velocity of boat with respect to river, and usually they give the velocity of river. And velocity of boat is not given to us. We have to determine it. So how to determine now? I think we can write VB equals, what is angle between VBR and VR? Can you tell angle between VBR and VR? Huh? No? Angle between VR can be taken this way also here. VR is parallel to itself here. Total angle
Theta
is
plus alpha.
theta plus phi.
Sorry, theta plus phi.
VBR square plus VR square plus 2 VBR into VR into cos. No. I was doing stupid thing. Sorry. Not cosine rule. Sine rule is very useful. Use sine rule only. What is VB? VB, wait a second. I think, let me write it here itself. Is equal to VB divided by, what is the other side angle? This angle here. This angle will be
minus theta minus
phi minus
सात
theta
पेड़ों
plus
से
phi.
बना जन्मों का ये बंधन दूल्हे का शहर.
Remove this. So is he
Removed.
removed or not? When at which boat is moving, VBR will be independent of the direction in which boat is moving. So what is no, sorry, where was I? I was here. VBR upon sin theta is this. What is VB then? VB is equal to VBR upon sin theta into or I can say VR upon, what should I write? VB, VR into sin theta upon sin phi. Sin phi is also unknown. How to get sin phi? Sin phi I can obtain as VR sin theta divided by VBR. Then I can write VR into sin theta divided by sin phi, which is equal to VR into sin theta upon sin phi. Sin phi is
VR sin theta by VBR. Finally, VBR, sir.
no, it is wrong. I think I've done some mistake already. VB cannot be equal to VBR. I don't know where is Mr. VR upon, wait a second, let me check. VR upon sin phi, right? VBR upon sin theta, right? VB upon sin pi minus this is right only. Here I did wrong. I think I wrote VB equals VR sin theta upon VB equals VR sin, not sin theta plus phi. I should
Sin
have
of
taken.
theta plus.
Yes,
It
sir.
was sin of theta plus phi upon sin phi. What would that be? What will that become? Sin A plus sin B formula we can use. Anyway, we can get the answer from here. I think I can leave it here and I can tell you that you can get the answer from here. How? Because we know VB in terms of phi, and phi, sin phi we already know. Sin phi is this. So all I have to do is first write answer in terms of sin phi and then get the value of sin phi from here. This I have to use here. Here I can write it as sin theta cos phi. Cos phi upon sin phi will be cot phi plus sin phi upon sin phi cancelled. This is it. Now, do you know cot phi? If you know cot phi, then put the value of cot. You can determine cot phi easily. How to determine cot phi? From sin phi, we can determine cot phi because it is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and cot phi is base upon perpendicular. We can determine cot phi, right?
Yes, sir.
Then we can get answer. Just put the value of cot phi here, and we get the answer. What is value of cot phi? Cot phi will be base. Base means VB r square minus VR square sine square theta under the root divide by perpendicular. Perpendicular is VR sine theta. I think getting now. This is the answer finally. Just this is the answer, and cot phi is obtained already in terms of VBR and VR. Anyway, this is just use of sine rule. What are the steps involved? How to get the time taken? Time taken, first of all, we should understand that time taken is equal to AB divided by BV magnitude here, not VBR. This is first step we should understand. That in this case, time taken is equal to AB divided by VB. Second step, use of sine rule. Third step, there is no third step after that. If you know sin phi, how to write cot phi in that, and if you are means mainly two steps here, sine rule and this. If you are able to do these two steps, then I think remaining is basic trigonometric knowledge. Do you know cot phi, how to write cot phi if sin phi is given? That is not tough. I think we can do it. Okay, so we can get answer. What is our aim to determine here? Our aim is to determine time. How to get time? AB upon VB. How to get VB? VB is this. Okay. And time is so easy. In which frame it is very easy? If we are both the wooden pieces are there, which are already floating with the river. Their velocities are already velocity of river. Okay. Now, question. There are two wooden blocks floating with the river at a distance of d between them. What is the distance between them? D. Question is, if a boat has to go, boat speed is velocity of river is given as velocity of river is u and velocity of boat with respect to river is v. A boat has to go from A to B and back to A. Boat moves from A to B and then B to A. Find time taken for total journey. Find it out. What is the time taken for the total journey, A to B and back? Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
What is the time taken for the total journey? Find it out.
D by U sin theta.
D by
U
2D
sin
by
theta.
V.
U.
Sin theta.
Where is theta really? Where is theta? Which theta? Angle is also not given. What are you even talking about? I don't understand. Which theta?
2D by V.
2D by
V.
V.
Sir, D by V control A to B,
A to B is D by.
D by V.
D by V, sir. B to A, D by V.
B to A will change because the flow
Okay,
of
tell
river.
me. I want a final answer. Just wait. Take some time, but give me the final answer only. Don't say in between that this will change, this will not change, or this will happen. It is based on this. You can use this information. You can look back your notes if you are making those. See the notes once.
2VD by V square minus U square.
2D by V square minus U square.
Two U by D, sir.
2U by D, sir.
2U by D.
Yes, sir.
You are changing the dimensions also of time.
2D by V, sir.
You said 2D by U or 2U by D? Think again. You are giving wrong answers.
2UD by U square minus V square, sir.
How?
Sir, in case of journey from A to B, the relative velocity will be U plus V, sir, because both the river and boat are in moving in same direction. Then we can find the time by speed is equals to distance by time, sir.
Relative velocity. Why you are saying relative velocity? Relative to what?
River, sir.
Relative to
Sir,
river.
not river, sir. Ground reference. Ground reference.
In the ground reference.
Yes, sir. I took ground reference.
You are taking ground reference. In ground reference, the points are stationary.
Yes, sir.
Those points are stationary in ground frame.
Yes, sir.
A and B points.
Not A and B, sir.
What I
took
said. What was? Wait a second. Not A and B. If A and B are not stationary, what was the first point that I told you? That we should go into such a frame so that in that frame, A and B are at rest.
Station.
Are A and B rest in your frame, in the ground frame? Tell me, are A and B rest? Say. Not audible.
Unable, sir.
You're forgetting the most important direction that I have given you, most important instruction that I have given you. That there are two cases I have taken. Once I took point A on the ground, B on the ground, floating, and point B also floating. And then I said that if A and B are floating, then we should take velocity of B with respect to river.
Yes, sir.
And when A and B are on the ground, then I said that
On
we
the
should
ground,
take
then we have
velocity
to
of
take
both.
VB, sir.
And he is taking VB even for the points which are already moving. Why are you taking VB in that case? Why are you taking VB? He is saying like this. He's saying he went downwards D, and he's saying upon V plus U, because downward the speed is increased. If downward the speed is increased, why are you forgetting that in downward direction B is also not here? If you are doing in ground frame, then also do it right. In ground frame, B is not stationary. If B is not stationary, B will be in which position? B dash position. What time boat will take to go from A to B dash position? What time boat will take to go from A to B dash position? It will take V into T time. What time B will take to go to B dash position? Velocity of river is U. It will take U into T time. No, sorry, no, not V. What was the speed in the ground boat frame? In the ground frame, the speed was. In the ground frame, the speed was not V. That was V plus U. You said only V plus
plus
U was
U,
in. So V plus U into T. So V plus U into T minus U into T. That will be what? That will be D or not? If I want to solve in ground frame, I can. I'm not saying we cannot solve. We can solve in ground frame also. So I have to start. A will also be in different position now. A will be in A dash position, but I don't care. I know that from A to B dash minus B to B dash is equal to A to B. What is B dash? B dash is the position of B when boat reaches B. When boat reaches B, then what it will be? AB dash. AB dash will be equal to AB plus BB dash, or I can say AB dash minus BB dash is equal to AB, which is equal to V plus U into T minus VB dash is U into T, which is equal to just V into T. That is AB. Is it right or not? AB is equal to V into T. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
We will never commit mistake if we write S is equal to V into T properly. Subscript should be same both sides. You are changing the subscript. One subscript is A with respect to B according to you. Another you are taking just velocity of one subscript is boat with respect to river, and another you are taking just boat into time. That is why you are getting mistake. This you are taking D distance only, which is in the river frame. But this you are taking V plus U, which is in the ground frame, and then you want to get the answer. Don't change these. I said in the beginning only that these two should be same. If it is BR, it also should be BR. Don't mix up the things. One thing you are taking from one frame, another you are taking from another frame, and you want to get the relation between those. In the beginning, I warned about this. Again, you did not. So write carefully. What is this? From which frame we are looking? And I told you, if these are floating bodies, then it will be much easier if we don't do in such a long, lengthy way. I will not write this equation. Instead of that, I will do it directly in the frame of river. In the frame of river, if I have to do, then I will be directly getting velocity of boat with respect to river into time. VBR into time is equal to D. So time is just equal to D upon VBR, which was
VBR.
given to us as V. Direct answer. Time is equal to D upon V in downward journey, and time is equal to D upon V in upward journey as
Upon
well.
V. Yes, sir.
In upward journey as well. Actually, there is no upward and downward journey in the frame of river, because in river frame, the water is stationary. When we say something moving downstream, we say that only when we look from the ground. But when we are already in such a frame where water is stationary, then upstream and downstream also does not make much sense. Does it make sense? Okay, it does not make much sense. So I can just say simply in backward journey from B to A, rather than saying upstream, because there is no upstream in the river frame and there is no downstream in the river frame. So it is when we move from B to A, and this was from A to B. Time taken from A to B, time taken from B to A. So what is the net time taken? Net time taken will be equal to A to B time plus B to A time, which is equal to 2 into D by V, as one boy said in the beginning itself. But most of the answers were wrong. One boy said in the beginning only that it will be 2D by V. He was right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another question now. Please answer that one as right, at least. This you did wrong, no problem. There are 3 wooden bodies here, A, B, C, and they are floating with the river. They are in the equilateral vertices of equilateral triangle. Side lengths are given as A, and velocity of river is given as VR is equal to U, and given that velocity of boat with respect to river is V, find time T from A to B to C to A. What's the time taken from A to B to C to A in total loop? What will be the time taken in the loop when the person moves from A to B, B to C, C to A? Velocity of boat with respect to river is given as V.
3A by V.
Simple again, in the frame of river when we are taking,
3A by V.
then
We have to take VBR, sir.
BVR, and VBR is given as already V.
V, sir.
And that is independent of direction, I told you, no? It is independent of direction.
Yes, sir.
Whatever
That will
direction
be
it may
independent of direction. Yes, sir.
it will always be V only. So it is V, V, and V. Then answer will be A by V plus A by V plus A by V, or it is just 3A by V.
3A by V.
Answer, one step answer we get. Not only that, if they give a circle here, and this is a ring, it may be a ring, but it is a floating ring, not stationary ring. It is a floating ring. Floating ring, which is floating and moving with the river, flowing with the river, we can say. Flowing river, flowing ring also we can say, floating ring, which is floating with the river, not stationary floating. It has same velocity as that of river. And then a person has to swim, or the boat has to move along the river, along the ring, along the periphery, means but just by touching it very close to it, either inside or outside, doesn't matter, because very close to it. So I will say that the boat has to move in radius R only. Then tell me now, what would be the time taken?
2 pi R.
2 pi R divided by, again,
By
given velocity of boat with respect to river, or velocity of swimmer with respect to river, depending on the question. Then answer will be 2 pi R divided by V. Simple.
V. Yes, sir.
Okay. So any polygon, if they are made of floating objects which are floating with the river with the same speed as that of river, in all those cases answer will be very easily obtainable. But it will be difficult. It will be difficult if I take this case now. What would be the time taken to move from A to B to C? if A and B and C are stationary, if A, B and C are stationary in the ground frame, VR, BC is parallel to VR, it is given, and ABC is equilateral. A, B and C are fixed buoys. You know what is meaning of buoys? Something on which the buoyant force acts. Something
Yes,
on
sir,
which the
buoyancy,
buoyant force
sir.
acts. So
Buoyant
if you want
force,
to,
opposing force of-
picture it, buoyant force is acting on other things also. But if you want to take a picture of this, let us say it is some floating object which is tied with a chain to the bed of the river. A river bed. And this is A. Similarly, we have B and C. They are also tied to the ground by some chain. They are fixed. They cannot move. So they are floating, but they are floating in one place. They are called as fixed buoys, or they are just simply called as buoys only. BUOYS. These are fixed in the ground frame. But river will be flowing through these, but this river will not be able to make them float because these are attached to the river bed. They will not give you this diagram every time. They will just say these are fixed buoys, or they will simply say these are buoys. Buoys normally, when they say that, then they mean that these are stationary with respect to ground. When that is happening, now which velocity we should take here when we move from B to C?
VB, sir.
V boat.
V boat. And this V boat will be different now here and different here. Well, not same obviously because our direction is changing, so
Direction.
the velocity will be different. VB is not independent of direction, so it will be VB1, VB2, and maybe VB3. VB1 is easiest to tell. What is VB1? VB1 will be simply VBR plus VR.
Plus VR.
What is VBR here? VBR is V I cap plus U I cap I have to go in the same direction only, right? If I take VBR this side, which has some Y component, then I will not be able to swim in this direction. If you are confused here, that how do I know that VBR has to be along x-axis? Then let me take along Y also. You will understand why it is along X only. VBR may be along X and it may be along Y. But VR we know already. VR is along I cap only. There is no doubt about it. That is already it is along x-axis. River is flowing along x-axis. I know VB1 also I know is along x-axis. I cap. And why it is along x-axis? Because BC is parallel to VR. So I can say that is BC is also along x-axis. If it is along x-axis, then VB should be along x-axis. Then it should have I cap component, but it should not have J cap component. This is equal to VBR along X I cap plus VR along I cap plus VBR along Y cap. 0 is equal to VBR Y, comparing separately the components in each side. VB1X, which is equal to now VBRX plus VR. But we know VBR by 0, then VBRX means nothing but total VBR, right? If one component is 0, if Y component is 0, then VBR is also total VBR, VBRX. Then VBR plus VR total is equal to VB1. which is equal to V plus U. I don't have to go through this entire pain of deriving it. If I understand it physically directly, what is happening here, the way you were saying before also, while you were doing the wrong, applying it in wrong way, you know at that time that in downward journey, the speed will become more, it will become V plus U. So you are right already that VB1 is V plus U. VB1 is V plus U. But how to find VB2? How to find VB2? Any way to find VB2? -60 degree angle backwards. This should be VB. And I don't know what should be VBRX plus VR along I cap plus VBR along Y J cap. Total I know should be what? Total should be equal to VB along cos 60 degrees along minus I cap plus VB along sin 60 degrees along J cap. This total I know. Again, comparing separately X and Y components. What is X component? Plus VR is equal to minus VB by 2. What is VBRX then? VBRX will become minus VR minus VB by 2. We are getting VBRX, right? Why negative sign? Negative sign is indicating that it is backward direction. It is not in forward. VBRX should be, VBRX cannot be this side. VBRX cannot be this side. VBRX has to be backwards. Similarly, along y-axis. What about along y-axis? We are assuming let VBR vector be equal to VBRX plus VBRY, or VBRX I cap plus VBRY J cap. Now tell me, what is VBRY? Along y-axis, the same equation I have to take now along y-axis. VBRY, this is VBRY. And here it is VB sin 60.
VB into root 3 by 2.
VB into root 3 by 2. Let us call it number 2. How many unknowns in these two? VB is one unknown. VBRX is another unknown. VBRY is another unknown. We have 3 unknowns. So these are not sufficient. We need another equation. VBRX square plus VBRY square is equal to VBR square, which is equal to V square. And VR is already minus U minus VB by 2. Now, how many equations and how many unknowns? Can you get answer now? There are 3 unknowns and 3 equations. First, I recommend you to eliminate VBRX and VBRY from the first 2 equations. Means solve the first 2 equations first and write answer of VBRY and VBRX in terms of VB. After doing that, put everything here in terms of VB. Then we will get VB from this equation. Solve these 3 questions and tell me what answer do we get. Can you solve this? Can you solve this?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is the answer. Just put the value of VBRX from this and VBRY from this in this equation. So we will have one
U
equation
square.
only in terms of VB.
U square plus VB square plus U VB equals to U square.
U square plus
U
VB
square plus
square
VB square plus U
U
into VB.
plus U into VB equal to V square.
U into
V square.
VB is equal to V square, sir. Yes, sir.
Then we are getting the quadratic in VB square plus U into VB plus U square minus V square is equal to 0. So we are getting VB equals minus U plus or minus root of B square minus 4AC divided by 2, which is minus U plus, I'm neglecting negative because VB magnitude wise we will know it is positive only, it cannot be negative. Negative VB indicates that velocity should not be in this direction, but it should be backwards. And I know I cannot do that. I have to take velocity in this direction only. So VB cannot change sign. VB has to be same side only. So minus U plus, neglecting negative 1, we are getting 4B square minus 3U square under the root divided by 2. What is time taken? A by VB, which is equal to
A by VB.
2A divided by root of 4V square minus 3U square minus. That is time taken. What would be time taken from this in this side? I think by symmetry I can tell. Here also with and this 120 degree angle. If I go here making 120 degree angle backwards, or I go here making 120 degree angle backwards, both sides it is same situation. So time taken to go from C to A and A to B will be same. We can tell by symmetry. Anish.
Sir, Anish, sir, so much sound is coming from him, sir.
So we are getting then total time will be equal to 2 times this time, which will become 4A divided by root of 4V square minus 3U square minus U. This is the time from which to which place? C to A plus A to B. This was from C to A. What is time taken from total A to B to C to A back? In that, other than this time, I have to add one more time, 4V square minus 3U square minus U. What time we have to add? Plus A by the time from B to C. That was equal to A by U plus V. We have already found it before. This is the total time in the loop. Okay. What is the total A to B? What is the time taken to go across the river? Can you find out the time taken to cross the river of width d? Other things I'm keeping same always. Vr is given as u, and vbr is, let us say, given as v. And given that v is greater than u, find time taken to go from A to B. Across river. This is 90-degree angle. Can you find it out? What will be the time taken to go from A to B across the river? Which velocity we should take now?
VR.
VR. VR?
VR, sir.
VR? What are you talking about really? Along AB we should take
VB,
VR.
sir.
A and V are fixed on the ground. We should take VB.
VB.
VR. Why VR is even coming? There were two options, VB and VBR, and you are changing to VR. Really? That was
VB
not
only,
even
sir.
VB only. Now, if this is VB and we know this is VR, then how should be? VR and VB should be in opposite order or not opposite order? They should be in opposite order. Therefore, I'm connecting head to head. Why they are in opposite order? I know VB we are getting as a resultant of VR and VBR. So we know resultant of two vectors will be in opposite order from the resultant vector. These vectors will be of opposite order than VB. Therefore, I should connect this head to head or tail to tail, but not head tail, not that way. That is how we make the connection with VB, with the other two vectors which are making VB. VR is this side and this is VBR. Okay. What is the value of VB now in terms of VBR? And VBR is V, VR is U. So I get VB equals V square minus U square under the root. What is the time taken to cross? Time taken to cross is D upon VB. Can this go wrong sometimes? If V is less than U, then it is not possible because we know we are getting imaginary time. It is not possible. Therefore, understand here that V greater than U, I have given already in the question that V is greater than U for this to be possible. Otherwise, person can never swim from A to B. Person will reach, due to the more river speed, person will be able to drift from B along the flow of river. Question is, this is, by the way, called as shortest distance. Shortest distance. Is it shortest distance or not? Time taken to go across the river by shortest distance path. A to B, perpendicular to the river, will be shortest distance. If I go in other directions, those distances will be more. So what is the minimum time taken to go? What is the time taken to go by the shortest distance path? This is the time taken. The next question I can ask, find minimum time taken to cross the river. Taken to cross river of width D. What is the minimum time taken to cross the river of its day? What is the minimum time taken to cross the river of its D? They have not given the condition that we have to move along this line. Have they given that condition? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
They have not given the
Yes,
condition
sir.
that we have to move perpendicularly. We may move along other line also, but we have to choose that path which finally gives us minimum time taken to cross the river. I don't know which path that is. That may be some other path. Maybe this side. This will be VB. What will be this velocity here? Maybe this is VBR. In this triangle, this is VBR and this is BR. I want time taken to be minimum. What is the time taken? Time taken can be written as SY upon VBY. What is displacement along y-axis? D. What is velocity along y-axis? Notice VB along y is also equal to VBR along y, right or not? Y component for both of these will be same. What is y component representing? This one. This red color length. This is the y component.
Yes, sir.
And it is same for both or not?
Yes,
Whether
sir,
I
it
take
is
the
same.
component of
Same,
VB,
sir.
that also will be this. If I take the component of VBR, that also will be this. Reason is that VR has only X component. There is no Y component of VR. Because there is no Y component of VR, so VBR along Y will also be equal to. If you are still not understanding, let me give another way. Minus VRY, but that is minus 0 only. So what is it? It is finally equal to VBR along Y is also equal to VBY, right?
Yes, sir.
If I know this, then I can write it as D divided by V. That is the time taken. No, sorry, I want minimum time. No, minimum time. For time to be minimum. For time to be minimum, VBR along Y should be maximum. But VBRY max will be equal to VBR if the total velocity is along y-axis. Any component cannot be greater than the magnitude of the whole vector. So if I want the maximum possible value of a component, then the whole vector should be in that direction only.
Yes, sir.
So it should be equal to V. So what is the T minimum then? T minimum is equal to
D by VBR, sir.
D by V or D by VBR. That is the minimum time. When time is minimum, then what will be the effective diagram for minimum time now? Effective diagram for minimum time will be, if I have to go along the minimum time, then I understood one thing, that velocity of boat should be in this, boat with respect to river should be in this direction. Velocity of river will get added to it, and then I will end up going in this direction. This displacement which we are covering along x because of the flow of river is also sometimes called as drift. This is called as drift here. Sx. Drift along river. This is VB. So what is the value of the distance covered total? Particle is not going from A to, particle ends up reaching where? Particle ends up reaching at D point. So if the particle goes through the in such a way so that the time taken is minimum, then the distance covered is not minimum. Minimum distance case, shortest distance case is different from the shortest time. If the time is least, then VBR should be perpendicular to the river velocity, and in that case, the distance covered becomes more. What will be the distance covered? AB will be equal to V square plus U square under the root, I think, into time t, and time is d by v. That is the distance covered. What is Sx? VR into t, or it is u into d by v. That is drift. Okay. If somebody gives us drift, then also we can get the time. If somebody gives us this distance, then also we can get time. What equations we can use for finding time? We can use these equations. Displacement of boat upon velocity of boat. Displacement of boat along x upon velocity of boat along x. Displacement of boat along y upon velocity of boat along y. Or displacement of boat with respect to river upon velocity of boat with respect to river. Or displacement of boat with respect to river along x upon velocity of boat with respect to river along x. Or displacement of boat with respect to river along y upon velocity of boat with respect to river along y. All these I can use. These I will use if the A and B are fixed with respect to ground. These I will use if A and B are floating with the river, not fixed with respect to ground. But I can use all these different formulae. All will give us the same value of time. Okay. Can you tell what is the minimum time to move along AB?
T minimum equal to D by V. T minimum equal to D by V, sir.
D is equal to D by V. question is, we want to move along this path AB, and what is the time taken? We can find out the time taken by knowing VR is given to us. VBR also given to us, but we don't know what angle VBR is making with this phi angle. We don't know. I have told you already this thing before. We will determine that phi by sine rule. After determining that phi, this I already know U, and this already I know V. Then I can determine VB by sine rule. And after determining VB, I can tell directly now what is AB. AB is equal. AB also I know AB is equal to d secant theta. So answer will be nothing but time taken will be equal to d secant theta divided by VB, where VB is velocity along this side. Or I could say d divided by this VBR's velocity along y-axis. Different ways we can tell. What else I can say? I can say it is equal to
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Voice is not audible, sir.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
I will take class in the evening, maybe today. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then.
Till now your connection is gone, sir.
I will take in the evening. Okay.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.